Hi there, I'm so glad you made it. And this reading is for Taurus for the 3rd of December 2018. Now, this is a general reading, so it may not reach everyone, but hopefully there's a message in here for you. Enjoy. Let's get started. Alright, let's have a look at these top cards here. Now, these cards have came from the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to use them as an indicator of what the larger reading is about. Now, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Wands in reverse. Now, there's something that you have waited patiently for. You've bided your time, and you're waiting for the right opportunity to invest your resources. And you feel that this opportunity has arrived, and you feel that it's fated, it's in your destiny that this is happening. And is it something that you've planned for, but has it maybe not turned out the way that you thought it was going to be? And it's really time to make decisions, but it's something that you're delaying. Maybe because this is something that you have waited long and hard for. And now that the opportunity, the chance is here, and it's not going as well, are you maybe not wanting to give up on it too soon? Alright, let's move these cards over. And we'll have a look at the deeper reading behind it. Now, it looks as though there's some battles going on here. Let me get these cards out. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Now, some pretty cutting things are being said. You're maybe going out to willfully hurt. And is this maybe a relationship, someone that you've given your heart to, and it's not turned out the way that you wanted it? And you have been hurt by this, and there's been nastiness between you. It could be that this person hasn't responded in the way that you thought. Maybe there's been a rejection there on one side. Or the love that you had has disintegrated and it's turned a little bit nasty. Because this is something that you thought was magical. And it's turning out that it's not as wonderful as you thought it was going to be. And you feel a little bit misguided, maybe a little bit deceived by what was promised. And in moving on to the next three cards here, we have the Star, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. Now, the promises that haven't really appeared, that was something that you have been, waiting for, that you have, you felt was fated, that this was part of, your life, that this is something that you've dreamed about and it's not turned out the way that you thought. Excuse me. And, it could be that you take a little bit time out and, bring yourself back together a little bit and clear away all of these negative thoughts. And it could be that, you begin to build yourself back up and you get your optimism back a little bit. But all of these negative thoughts that you had that are still in your head are still giving you sleepless nights. You may be still thinking about this situation even though you're feeling more optimistic in your life and you've got your inspiration back. But this is something that still keeps you awake at night. And it could be that you're maybe turning to sleeping pills or maybe the odd beer or two to kind of sedate you a little bit so that, you're managing to exist. And it could be that either you have went to someone that you know and trust for advice, someone that's been through the mill and has the experience there, or is this something, a relationship that is developing? Is someone offering you support in this time of need? Or has the love that you had in the past, is this something that is being rekindled a little bit? Are you beginning to invest yourself emotionally again? Now, and moving down to the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. Now, if this person is trying to build the relationship back up again, and be there for you on an emotional level, or vice versa, it could be that all of those actions that have happened in the past, those are still things that you're maybe battling over a little bit. Maybe there's a competition going on here, something, a battle of wills, because there are strong personalities here and you're both equal. And it could be, and moving on to the Five of Swords, that you may be trying to score points against each other. It could be that you maybe you want to win the battle, but in doing so you may be losing the war, because all of these hurtful things that are being said have lasting implications. And all of these things that have been done or said have set things in motion. And it could be that you are contacted out the blue, or you have expectations of these actions that seem to be happening the way you thought they were going to happen. And moving on to the Temperance card, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. Is this something, are these actions something that you're trying to control? Are you trying to moderate your actions here so that there's a bit more equality in this partnership and what's trying to be developed? Because if you're going to you have this relationship, that there has to be a balance. You have to have your battles and competition and come to some sort of agreement. But try to not have it as a victory that has a negative kickback. Because you want things to run smoothly. You want there to be balance in your life. You want there to be harmony. And moving on to the Three of Pentacles, has maybe the teamwork that you had that has been lacking, has that happened because you've maybe not been putting the effort in, either of you? And that's something that, has to be acknowledged. Because if you want to move forward in a balanced way, you're going to have to be charitable to each other. You're going to have a little bit of give and take. Ask for help and share the burdens of things that don't go quite right, instead of apportioning blame, and making a competition out of it. Okay, I'm going to bring these last three cards back in. And it was the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Wands in reverse. Now, you've waited for this opportunity very patiently, and you've put the length of time in and the effort, and the opportunity has came. You've had you've had the chance, the destiny has arrived. And it maybe hasn't gone as well as you thought, and you've delayed making decisions that could turn things, in a negative way, that maybe it's an opportunity that you lose out on. And that's not something that you want, so you delay making this decision. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, because it looks as though there's been quite a roller coaster being going on between, this period of time. A very emotional one, but one that's been fated for you, one that you've waited a long time for, and one that you don't want to lose. Well, I hope there's something in this reading that speaks to you, and hopefully I will see you the next time. Bye.